All right, so number one here, proving the triangle sum theorem. All right, first triangle ABC is just what? Given. All right. All right. So give yourself 10%. All right, given. All right. Now, as I was trying to say before, drawing AD through A parallel to BC. All right. There is one line parallel to BC passing through A. All right. That's what I want you to write. All right. There's only one line parallel to BC passing through A. That is what they mean by drawing an auxiliary line. All right. Now, number 3, angle 4. So I'm looking at angle 4, and I'm looking at angle BAD. All right, so if we're looking at BAD, I'm looking here, BAD, and that forms a linear pair. And what I really want you to write down is that's just the definition of linear pair. All right. Now, I don't, like I said, if you have something different or you have it a little bit different, I'm okay with that. All right. So, then why do they angle 4 and BAD, why are they supplementary? Well, that, believe it or not, is the linear pair postulate. All right. Yes. Let me write it down, then we'll talk about it. And then the linear pair postulate says that they're supplementary. Is everybody with me? All right. And then if they're supplementary, that means they add up to what? So that would be then the definition of supplementary. All right, now listen to me. If for some strange reason I ask you to do this on a test and you didn't write definition of linear pair postulate, and definition of supplementary, does everybody agree that seems to be, if 1 is true, then, I mean, if 3 is true, then automatically 5 is true. Does everybody agree with that? All right, so I think the book is inconsistent when it's asking you to list things out. I would think if the two angles form a linear pair, then the two angles add up to 180 degrees. All right. So again, I do think there's some inconsistency there, but I do think you have to say that they form a linear pair. All right. If they form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. And if they are supplementary, then they add up to 180 degrees. Everybody understand what I'm saying? All right. So if you left one of those things out, I would understand. All right. But I think that's the right flow to that. All right. Now, why does angle BAD equal angle 2 plus angle 5? What is that? I'm listening to someone. Why does BAD equal angle 2 plus angle 5? No, I don't think so. What are we talking about here? Why is BAD equal to angle 2 plus angle 5?
There's two angles next to each other.
What's AAP? Angle addition postulate. Two angles added together add up to the big angle. Yeah, exactly what you said. Angle addition postulate. All right. Now, why does angle 4 plus angle 2 plus angle 5 equal 180? No. That's what we're trying to prove. Substitution. Thank you very much. Now let's figure out where the substitution came from. See this right here. BAD right here. Angle 4 plus, and then I replaced angle BAD with what? Yes, angle 2 plus angle 5. All right. Now, why does angle 4 equal angle 1? Yes, thank you very much. Those are alternate interior angles. All right, alternate interior angles are congruent if lines are parallel. All right. Yes.
So I understand, but also, because like on the test, if you, right, when we had this, the proofs, and when, if you tried to like make two things corresponding or alternate interior, you couldn't because only one of the lines are parallel.
Well, because we said AD is parallel to BC. We said that's true. What two lines are parallel?
Or the other two lines are.
Yes, that's true. That's why angle 1 and angle 4 are alternate interior, and 3 and 5 are alternate interior. Do you see that or not?
No, I see it. I'm just wondering like why if on the test it was like the same thing, because two of the lines were parallel, two of them wasn't, but we couldn't make them correspond.
Because we didn't know the lines were parallel. Yes, that's what it was on the test. The lines were not, we said one was parallel, and the others were what we were trying to prove were parallel. Look on your test to make sure you understand. All right. So now that that's true. All right. The next part is number 9 is what? Right. Definition of congruent. And then statement 10. No. It's what? Substitution. Yeah, we did. Now that proves that the angles of a triangle add up to 180. All right, you hear what I'm saying, right? All I did here was look. Angles, we're talking about angle 1, 2, and 3, correct? You see what I'm saying? Look at step 7. Right, let me highlight step 7 just to make sure you see what I'm talking about. Here is step 7. All right, the angles of a triangle were 2, 1, and 3, correct? Right now I have 4. What does angle 4 equal? So I substituted angle 4, angle 1. And then I have 5. I'm going to replace 5 with what? 3. Now I have what? The angles of the triangle, 1, 2, and 3. The interior angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. All right, anybody have any questions with that? Any issues?
The whole time, like when we were doing all the steps for it, we were trying to prove it. And you see both triangles, but like.
I don't know why you're, I don't know why you're referring to the test, kiddo.
I'm not.
Oh, I thought you said because of the test. All right, what did you say?
If like on, if we know ABC is a triangle,
ABC is a triangle.
then couldn't we just say like that they're out of 180?
We didn't know they added up to 180.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to in the past, I have told you that the angles of a triangle add up to 180, and you just said okay. That's all you said. Okay, I believe you. Right? I just proved that the angles of a triangle add up to 180. All right, that was the whole point of the lesson, is now you don't have to just accept what I tell you is true. We now have what? Proven it. We now know for certain that is true. You don't have to take my word for it anymore. If someone said the angles of a triangle add up to 180, say, yeah, we can prove that. All right, that's what I'm showing you. All right, that's the proof behind the angles of a triangle add up to 180. Does that make sense? All right, that's what we're proving. All right, so now let's go down. All right, the next little step here. All right. Now we have what's referred to as the exterior angle theorem. All right, and the exterior angle in a triangle, we could consider this an exterior angle. All right, I want everyone in here to know that angle 4 is equal to the remote interior, and the remote interior are 1 and 3. All right, that's just a fancy way of saying the one that is not adjacent to 2. All right, the remote are not connected to 4, so 1 and 3. All right, those are considered the remote interior angles, and it should be obvious to everyone that angle 4 must be equal to 1 plus 3. Now, how do we prove that? Simply. All right, so let's look at this real quick. All right, the angles of a triangle we now know add up to what? So this angle plus this angle plus this angle add up to what? Now, what is true about these two angles right here?
They equal 180.
They equal 180. That is correct. So because the two red angles equal the two whatever blue angles, right? Because they both equal 180, do we agree? Then angle 1 plus this angle is equal to these 3 angles. Do we agree with that? Right? And then we can just do the subtraction and that proves it. All right, now let's say you don't follow that very well. So we are going to now prove that right here. We're going to prove the exterior angle theorem. All right, we are going to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle A plus angle B. All right, so with that information, here we go. Write your little proof down. All right, number 1, we're given triangle ABC. All right, someone want to lead me in this short proof? Step 2, what do we got? Go ahead, Jocelyn.
Angle 1 is equal to, or is equal to A plus B.
No, that's what we're trying to prove. This is what some of you are not understanding. That is what we are trying to prove. Tell me. Whit, please tell us something. I don't know why you guys are telling me that. What? Yeah, now again, I'm totally okay with that, but I think it's kind of going back to what we said earlier. All right, I think the first thing you have to do is say that angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair. Angle 1
Is that?
and angle 2 form a linear pair. All right, and I want to try to stay consistent on that. All right, so that is what? That is definition of linear pair. All right. Now, I think because they form a linear pair, they are automatically what?
180.
They are automatically supplementary. However, all right, I'm totally fine with that. If they are supplementary, then they add up to what? So we can say this. I'm totally okay with this. We can say that angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. And if you want to say that's the linear pair postulate, I'm fine with that. All right. Technically, the linear pair postulate says that they are what? Supplementary, but we know if they're supplementary, then they automatically add up to what? 180. All right, so I'm totally fine with that. All right, so now someone else tell me, what is the next big move here? Give it a shot.
Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle A plus angle B.
Nope, we don't know that. Tell me. You are amazing. Angle 1 plus, no, not angle 1, but angle A plus angle B plus angle 2 equal 180 degrees. And that's the what? Triangle sum theorem. If you want to put the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, I'm totally fine with that. All right, we proved that. All right, so now my next step. I'm listening. Whoever, tell us now. Tell us.
You do angle A plus angle B plus angle 2 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2.
That's correct. Why is that?
It's not.
Well, I can't write Audrey is correct for a reason. Although we all know that.
Cause supplementary.
Good job. Substitution.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Thanks.
Substitution. That is a substitution. They're both equal to 180, therefore they're equal. All right, and my final step would be what?
Subtract angle 2.
Subtract angle 2. That is correct. So angle A plus angle B is equal to angle 1. All right, and again, that is the subtraction property of equality. Well, that wasn't that hard. All right, so those are two good proofs. All right, two good proofs. All right, let's see if there's anything more. I don't think so. All right, so now let's knock out the homework as much as we can. Here we go. Number 1, angle 1 is equal to what?
Oh,
I'm listening. No, I want an answer, right? I want an answer. Take out your calculators. All right, if you need a calculator, although you shouldn't need a calculator here.
68.
I don't remember.
Geometry.
58 degrees. No, geometry 2023, I think. No. Capital G. All right, anybody else? Angle, is everybody good with the angle 1 equal 58 degrees? All right, well, let's just get this done. It's up on the board. You don't need to open your thing. Then I'll tell you, I'll look it up in a minute. All right, everybody okay with number 1? Come on, remember now, this is where some of you guys, you want to get better. So do the work, do your own work. Don't write my answers down. All right, number 2. We have to figure out what angle 1 is, angle 2, and angle 3. What is angle 1?
Oh, question mark.
Yeah, just put question mark down.
No, it's 40.
That's what I'm asking you. What is angle 1? 42 degrees.
Oh.
All right, now we should be able to tell me what angle 2 is. 39 degrees. They are alternate interior angles. So then angle 3 must equal 51 degrees. All right, now's the time. If you're not sure, let me know. Wait,
Wait, so here for angle 3,
does everybody agree angle C is 90? Right, so that means these two angles, 2 and 3, have to add up to 90.
Yeah.
Or you can say these two angles are also, or that angle right there is 90. So those two angles have to add up to 90. There's lots of ways to look at that. All right, you just have to see it.
I figured, angle 2.
Angle 2 was alternate interior angle with 39 degrees. You with me? Because these lines right here are parallel. Those lines are parallel, cut by this transversal. I always tell kids, if you want, sometimes it's a good idea to extend the lines, your eyes can see it better. Does that make sense now?
Mhm.
Anybody have any questions with number 2? Come on, what?
I still can't see how they're alternate interior, because
The lines are parallel.
but that angle's all the way, it's not the right angle or anything.
This angle right here and this angle right here, those are alternate interior angles.
Oh,
All right, let's check out 3. Now, I always try to show kids that I don't really need to know the exterior angle theorem, right? Because if I want to, I can always just do the triangle sum. For example, this angle right here, all right? That angle has to be what? That angle has to be 68 degrees, all right? Now I have 2 out of the 3 angles. So if I want, I can say 68 plus 32, which is, and then angle 2 then would be what? 80. All right. The other thing I could say, now watch this, is that 32 plus X is equal to 112. That would be the most direct way of saying it. The exterior angle 112 is equal to 32 plus angle 2. All right, is everybody with me on that? All right, so let's look at number 4. So this angle right here is what? How much? I think it's 101 degrees, correct? 56 plus 45. Everybody happy with that being 101? Anybody have any issues with 101? Anybody?
so we just, that thing we did a little bit above, like the exterior angle theorem. or whatever.
Wow, very smart. That is the exterior angle theorem. You didn't detect the sarcasm?
No.
You should have. All right, here we go. Now, here we go. We got to find all of these angles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But we know that angle 1, it says, is 95. So here we go. I'll put 95 degrees here. And then it says that angle 3 is 55. So this angle right there is 55 degrees. All right, so everybody should be able to figure out the rest of the angles. So I'm missing 2, 4, 5, and 6. Angle 2, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. All right, what's angle 2, guys? 85, everybody happy with 85? All right. So 85 degrees. All right. What's angle 4? How much? 40 degrees. Which means angle 5 would be how much? 140, and angle 6. Anybody having a problem with these numbers? How did I get what? 85, yes, 85 plus 55. Agreed? All right. All right, here we go. Now, I don't know what happened on my figure here, but it got, yeah, no, I tried that. Thank you, though. I'll try. Yeah, no. It's permanent. Okay, so with that being said, angle 1 must be what?
61.
Anybody else get 61? Angle 2, or I'm sorry, angle says, well, we can do angle 2 next. I feel like that should be better. Angle 2 would be what? What's ang? I think it's 151, correct? You can either do 90 plus angle 1, or you can say 180 minus 29. Those are your choices. All right. So now you could look at angle 3 and say that's obviously 12 degrees, right? Because 17 plus 12 has to equal 29. But like I said, there's lots of ways to look at that. All right, lots of ways
What's the other?
to add them up and subtract from 180. Right?
Okay.
Anybody have any issues on that? All right. Let's look at your yurt here, number 12. What is angle 1 here?
60.
Somebody said 70, somebody said 60. Somebody said 120. Negative 60. You guys are doing.
It's forward.
Very good, 60 degrees.
Good job. Thank you, totally. I totally.
All right, here we go.
Like that's a dude.
Number 13.
That should.
I don't know. Somehow,
55. Why are we kidding?
anybody else get 55? Is that 55?
It's 55. I thought it was 45.
Oh, you're wrong, so.
LOL.
You're off by 10.
Okay,
No, y'all are off by 10.
No, you're off by 10.
Everyone's so.
I know, Mr. Sterling.
No, it's just.
all right. I think you're good. All right, finish up. All right, you'll have fun with some of the ones on the bottom. All right, I'll log you in. Wait a minute, guys, hold up. Hey, listen. Shh, I'll tell you the password in a minute. Listen, we have to add these 30, 31, 32, put those in there. All right.
Really?
And 36, 37, and 38. All right, I'm totally fine with that.
32, 36, and 38.
Yeah, listen, and 39.
Oh my God.
So- Yeah, we can do the proofs if you would like.
No,
All right, all right, all right.
Sorry.